Hi, Candace. Denny Lifford here.
Hi, Danny. How are you?
I'm doing great. Glad to be with you again.
You too. Thank you so much as always. I really appreciate it.
Sure, sure.
With summer nearly upon us, what are some projects homeowners should attempt now before it gets too hot?
Well, I'll tell you, anything that you're thinking about outside your house, from any house maintenance to landscaping, is much easier if you do it right now. And actually, this is a house that we just completed some work at in Pensacola, Florida, where we did a few things that really improved the look of the house and the energy efficiency of it, because this particular house, well, it needed a little help. It was a very plain 50s style contemporary home, and one of the features that it did not have that it needed was a nice welcoming front entryway, and we solved that by simply taking some treated wood and building this very easy, simple design for a nice little shade arbor that really defined the entryway. And to keep that warm feeling to the overall entryway, we stained the wood instead of painting it. Now, the homeowners participated in this and helped us out a lot in staining all of the components of the arbor before we put it together. And we used a very high quality Flood brand wood care product for the stain, and it's actually called CWF-UV. And what that means is very resistant to moisture, which means it'll be very resistant to mildew. But one of the more important aspects of it is the UV protection, because that sunlight can really deteriorate wood and break down just about any finish. So this has a lot of that technology that'll help you keep your wood looking a lot better. And again, this is a great time to look at any of those stained areas you have outside your home, whether it's the deck that you have out back that needs to be cleaned and stained, or your fencing, or even some of the siding on your house. Perfect time to tackle that before we get into the triple digits.
And nobody looks forward to high power bills in the summer. What are some things that we can do to ease that pain?
Well, if it's in the budget and if you're able to replace any obsolete window that you have in your house, that's also a great way to go. And what these homeowners did is they replaced all of their old single pane aluminum windows with brand new vinyl replacement windows that are double pane. This is not a do-it-yourself project. This is one much better left to the professionals, and they went straight to the top and went with Window World, who installs more windows in the United States than any other company. And Window World came out, they measured all of the openings and custom made the vinyl windows for those openings, and they came back out after a couple weeks, and in less than 2 days they replaced all of the windows in the house. And immediately the homeowners realized a big difference there in the comfort level of inside. Of course, they're also very comfortable knowing that they're saving 20 to 30%. And another thing about insulated windows that people maybe not realizing, that there's a lot of loud neighborhoods, and to tell you the truth, this one's a pretty loud neighborhood because there's an airport just a couple miles away. There's planes and helicopters flying all over here. That can be pretty loud. Well, the double pane vinyl windows serve as a great sound barrier to prevent that type of sound from affecting viewing television and having those great family conversations around dinner time. So that's a very important and beneficial aspect of replacing all of your windows.
Do you have any advice on how we can save money inside the home?
Well, I'll tell you, inside is a great do-it-yourself project that can save you a lot of money. And to tell you the truth, Candace, I think it's probably the absolute best money that you can spend as far as that return on your investment of your home improvement dollar, adding insulation to your attic. You know, almost no homes have adequate insulation in their attic, because no matter where you live in the country, you need at least 14 inches to really be saving what you need to save. Now, you might be cringing a little bit that I'm touching this insulation. Well, it's not fiberglass. It is actually stone wool insulation from Roxol. It's Roxol's Comfort Bat. And I mean, I've used a lot of insulation. I got to tell you, this is pretty darn easy to install yourself. Of course, if you're getting in the attic, go early in the morning so that, you know, it's not too hot. But then grab your bread knife and look how easy it is to cut this insulation. I mean, that's much easier than most other insulations. It's fairly dense, easy to use. It doesn't irritate you. You don't have to wear gloves. You can if you want, but it certainly is much easier to use than other type of insulation. It's also mildew resistant, fire resistant, and no matter what kind of insulation you have in your attic, you can benefit by putting another layer of insulation right over the top of it. And of course, other ideas, you know, we always talk about sealing the envelope of your home. Never underestimate how much caulking can help sealing around those hose bibs and windows and doors and air conditioning protrusions through the house. Anything like that that you have that's penetrating the outside of the house, you need to seal it up. Also, your weather stripping, easy to install weather stripping, and you know, we got to change the filters summer and winter. And if you buy a good quality electrostatic filter, you only have to change it maybe every 3 months, and they'll cost $12 to $15. And as you know, you can go to our website at todayshomeowner.com and get information on everything we talked about today and a lot more to help all of your viewers really deal with all those challenges we all deal with as a homeowner.
Absolutely. Well, thank you as always, Danny. I appreciate it. Have a great afternoon.
Okay, you as well, Candace. Thanks for having me.